ask a streamer why they started the streaming, you get a lot of answers. Like they were financially struggling, or they just wanted to have fun or make some new friends, or their XP bar was low. There was no way I wouldn't put this in here. But the reason I started streaming was because of a chair. Let me explain. It was during the pointless war we had in the Middle East, and the internet was shut off and cut off from public use. We were constructing our house while having aircrafts flying over our house, and my chair somehow got damaged through all this. Because, yeah, I'm in the mood with dealing with all this shit at once. It was in a really bad condition. I mean, what can you expect from a 10-year-old chair? I asked my Asian parents politely. My chair had a metal part that connected the chair and the rails together, and it was ripping apart. Literally. So whenever I was using my computer, I had to do tai chi and control myself to only stay at the center to stop it from more damage. I didn't have any money, I didn't have any income, so as my parents, so I had to be careful and preserve this chair as much as I can. So I accidentally broke my chair. I just stood there, shocked, flabbergasted, amazed, didn't know what to do. How a girl come to live without a chair to sit on, no internet to goon on, or a husband to hug her to tell her, "Shh, baby girl, I will buy you 10,000. Okay, so I was pretty depressed and didn't know what to do. Playing with my friends was my only chance to keep that last bit of sanity I had left. Nah, I'm kidding. Project Zombie was just more spice into my depression. And with my chair gone, I had no way of spending any time with my dearest friend. Q-chan! Till this motherfucker showed up in my life. I'm going to introduce you to my nemesis. The ultimate Ultra 2000 Metal Ass Reaper number 5000. This was much more sensible and funny in my head. I don't know if in your country you have this metal footstool, but this thing is the bane of my existence. Essentially, it's a good thing to have in your home, but clearly those who created this had personal problems with me because I couldn't buy a chair, a suitable chair. I had to endure this cold and extremely uncomfortable footstool to use the PC and game. I tried to make it somewhat bearable by putting some blanket on top, but I was just convincing myself not to commit suicide. And as time went on and my stash of copium got more and more little, people on the internet decided to do something for their miserable lives and made a streaming website which was named Pixel. People around me wouldn't stop talking about Pixel. They started streaming there and would constantly tell me of artists who bought their chairs by streaming there. And I wasn't really sure because I know myself as an awkward person who has a hard time even making a sentence, let alone manage a full-on stream where you had to yap and talk like an anime girl. But thing led to another and I finally decided to give it a try. So I went for it. I prepared my OBS and my channel and my donation link and was fully prepared to start streaming there. They shut down the site. So that was a disappointment, but it didn't take long for another website to show up. It was called Site Gaming. But anyway, I started my streaming there with 1500 bitrate. And in the 720p because my GT 713 couldn't handle it. At least I already moved on from Pentium. So I boot up my stream and started drawing my already sketched art. And I remember I was so freaking stressed out that I couldn't draw a single line properly. Not because all my insecurity and non-existent confidence kicked in, just because in the first fucking day, I became the #1 streamer and I was so freaked out. People were spamming and commenting in my chat, I was getting donated, I was being showered by love from my viewers and my own friends. But at the end of the day, it was just one day, people saw a new face and got excited. I'm sure this won't be a usual thing. After buying the chair, I was feeling a little troll, so I put the donation goal to buy a new GPU card. I mean, there was no way. To be honest, it wasn't all donation. I worked on some commissions and worked underpaid to just have some of my own earnings and was able to buy it. And you might be wondering why I just don't continue streaming there. Well, the site is dead. It wasn't shut down or anything, but the view went from 100 on top to just 11, and yeah, the internet here counts kinda as a luxury, so I'm not gonna waste my internet or energy there. Even though I love to stream more because I really enjoy interacting with people and talking to them, but I would be feeling depressed streaming to 3 people. But I would love to start streaming somewhere else whenever I finish building my assets, but for now I'm just happy to take a break. This chair and this GPU card were my childhood dream come true. I didn't grow up in a financially good family, so I never had the chance of having these luxury items, and I'm so grateful to those who helped me reach this position. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed it, and see you on the next one.